Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Through History Challenge. This is part 2 of the year 7965 BC. And as you can see, we're looking at someone rather special. I went ahead and did every birthday from today, which there were 3 of them. So that way I could do their makeovers before even starting this, and that includes someone in the main family, which I hadn't been doing. I've been just aging up the ones in the main family on camera and then giving their makeup at the end of the episode or the day, whichever. But I decided, because I really wanted to see what Gazualum was going to be looking like and not looking all strange and odd with icky base game hair and weird clothes that don't fit the time period, I went ahead, aged him up, and then gave him a makeover. I went with the wild-haired look, and I think it's fine. It kind of suits the face shape. It's a little high on the top, but that's just this hair's mesh, and I don't mind that too much. But we do need to roll for a trait for him, because I didn't do that, and then see if he survives. So we are going to do that right now, and then we're going to go and see if the other 2 survive. Oh, right, here are the inky traits, because Gazualum is going to inherit an inky trait. Let's hope for a good one. Oh, it was a little laggy there. Not grumpy, not grumpy. Perceptive! Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, and now we need to do his age up roll, which he just has to avoid the number 7. D20? 20. Okay, he's fine. Alright, let's exit out of F10. Everyone's kind of hungry, and while I was aging up Gazualum, I entirely did not notice that someone was cooking in the oven, and I think it was Inky, because he's the one who came running out here to celebrate Gazualum's birthday, and he left it in the oven, which could potentially lead to a fire. And luckily we have Lurian, because he could just, Lurian's over there woohooing, and he didn't even put a thirst charm on himself. I told him to do that. But anyways, before we get started, we're going to go take care of the other 2 birthdays. So let's go. Let's hope they're here. If not, I'm just going to reset them until they're out of. Who's that? Who is that running around with the umbrella? Oh, it's Elitum. You've been there for a while, Elitum. I'm going to press play in a second. Minimum. Okay. Well, I don't see you out here. Caserthos. Oh, there he is. And ignore that I didn't replace the mailbox and trash can. I could go and replace that, but it's a lot to... I'd have to go into buy mode, and I don't want to do that right now. Anyways, Caserthos became a young adult. Poor guy, single father. His wife died with their very first baby. Let's hope he has some good luck. Alright, the young adult roll. The numbers to avoid are 6 and 14. Just 2 numbers. Just 2 numbers. 2. Okay, he's fine. Okay, to the next one. Wait, I gotta get my bearings. Okay, yeah, we're over here. Oh, there he is. It's Gazualum. I think I once remarked on it, but I entirely forgot that Caserthos and Gazualum are the exact same age. I gave him facial hair. I didn't give... I forgot to give Caserthos body hair. I entirely forgot that. Oh, hey, open your eyes. Oh, well, he's just going to have a weird expression, because if I press play, it's going to load it on my mods, because I just loaded in. So, yeah, there he is with a weird expression on his face. Anyways, I forgot to give Caserthos body hair, and then I had been thinking about it, and oh no, his body hair was going to be white, and do I go with that, or do I darken it, and blah, 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 and then I just forgot. Oopsie. Same numbers, 6 and 14. Oh no, Gazualum didn't make it through his age up. Well, okay. So there are 14, so the way I was going to handle this is to roll, see how many years he has left before he dies. There are 14, well, we'll do it by the days. There are 56 sim days in the young adult age. So there are 56 days in the young adult age range. So I was going to use a number generator to decide what day he would die on. I have been going back and forth. Do I do that on screen? Do I leave that as secret? I was of the mind that we'll leave that as secret. But the thing is, I want this done very soon. I'm leaning towards the year 7961. That's the year Gazualum is of age to be married, rather than when Generation 4 is born, for the sake of story reasons. And also because I have a big feeling that Generation 4 is going to take a while to be born and survive. I have this thought that Gazualum's firstborn will be stillborn, and I can't take all of the workarounds I've been using to play the save because of all the freezing and having to reload every single sim day. It drags recording time down, or makes it go up, actually. Recording time takes a lot longer with all the reloading. But anyways, all that aside, I think because there are only a handful of years left, I'm going to do that on camera. I'm going to do his roll on camera to see how much longer he has left to live. And if it doesn't fall within these last few years, then you'll just know he would have died in so-and-so year after we move on. So here's the random number generator. We'll just go for it. 41. Okay. He would have died on the 41st day of his young adult life. Let's see where that puts him. Okay, so Gazualum will die in the year 7955. The very end of 7955. As for what he would die of, well, something. I would have, if we were going to be playing until that point, I would be doing his what does he die from roll on that day. But I would be doing it off camera. So future reference, if someone fails their teenage, young adult, or adult roll, I don't know if I'm going to do child or not. Probably not, because that'd be a hassle. Then I won't be showing their death roll on screen if it's happening in the allotted era. So, like, if Gazualum had, is it going to load him on my mods? Yeah, I know. There it is. Okay. Gazualum. If he had died in any of the years leading up until the last one I've determined to be it for this era, I would have cut all of my discussion about what I'm going to do regarding that, and then had it be a surprise. Yeah, you burned it. Oh, well, they aren't burned. You're eating fish soup for no reason because Inky made waffles. You're hungry too. You get to have waffles. I didn't tell you to make waffles, Inky. It's not that much of a surprise that someone failed their young adult role. I was expecting failures of the adult role for a certain someone's, both Solili and Elitum, who have made it through the adult role. Young adult, I was expecting it to happen, relatively late in the way that it did. So I'm not really surprised, and I don't have that much attachment to Gazualum. He was just kind of there. There are some Sims that I'm just attached to. What? No, what are you doing? No! Oh my! Speed! Is that what I think it is? Well, would you please... Lurian, why do I see... Oh no, a wheat is dead. Where did my other wheat go? Why does this wheat keep disappearing? There's something weird going on with the wheat. Could you come and tend to these? Oh my gosh. Okay, hurry up and make out. You need to put a charm on yourself, Lurian. Are you gonna pop another one? Yes, you are. Okay, let's just wait. Get it out of your systems. Any more? Yep. Anyways, there are certain Sims you're not turning her into a vampire. No, you don't need to compel her to drink. You can magically fix your thirst. Yeah, there are certain Sims that I get really attached to. Like, it's a good thing Lurian's a vampire because despite him driving me crazy most of the time, I really like Lurian a lot. I'm also really attached to Solili, and I'm super glad she made it through that elder role. Because I hate losing Sims that I really like. Because most of the time, they're either meh, I don't really care that much, and that's how I feel towards Inky. I'm a little more fond of Sabit, but it's not to the degree that I'm fond of Solili. Look, we're going to plant them closer to the tree, because I wonder if there's just something weird about this area. But, it's to the point that if I... Oh no, we lost a raspberry bush, too. If I get super attached to a Sim, and then they go and die, and I no longer have that Sim in the save, it's not the same anymore. So I end up not being able to play that save any longer. Oh, good job, Gazualum. I remember in my Immortal Dynasty, I got super fond of the founder's spouse. Super fond. Uh-oh, why can't you harvest that one? Because you're throwing up? Because of course you are. Well, then when you're done, come and tend to this garden again. I got super fond of the founder's spouse. House? Spouse. Is it a cat? Dazism, did you name a cat Evil Genius? I approve. I can't tell. It's really dark. It's just a silhouette, basically. But I approve. Though, my personal naming style for my cats, and really any pet that I have a... Here, can you dispose of these, Lurian? That I have an influence on the name. I prefer ruler names. Like my cat, her name is Catherine, after Catherine the Great. Her sister, her sister is no longer with us. She died a couple years ago from feline leukemia, which, by the way, that's one example of why I'm pretty critical of the mass breeding of animals and then just leaving them out as oh, I was gonna have you plant 2 new plasma fruits, but that's okay, Sabit. You go and eat first. Yeah, the mass breeding of animals and the costs of spaying and neutering animals, because down in the south, the stray animal population is ridiculous, and a lot of people don't get their animals spayed and neutered because they can't afford it. So then you wonder, well, why do you have an animal at all if you can't afford something like that? It's a cultural thing in the South of people who can't afford animals getting lots of animals. It's basically my mother and my older sister. They're both like that. That itself is wrong and shouldn't be a thing, but it is. And my two girls, they had been strays. Their mother was a stray, their litter was a stray, and they had been born underneath my older sister's porch or her house, something like that. Catherine and her sister Elizabeth, named after Queen Elizabeth. Oh, you can't plant these? Okay, we'll give them to Lurian. Yeah, they were the only two who survived in their litter. I can't remember how many. Oh, you can't plant them either. Slilly! What is this? How did you get a cane? I'm not gonna take it from you. You can have the cane. Anyways, I took them because I have a soft spot for strays, and feline leukemia is something it's passed along genetically, but it can also be it's I believe it's what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? You get it through bodily fluids, I think it's like saliva and blood or something like that, but if the mother cat has feline leukemia, the baby cats will. It's contagious or something like that. I don't know. I had done a lot of research on it when my cat got the diagnosis. There's no cure, and ultimately she died because she was suffering as a consequence of the feline leukemia. She got severely anemic and wasn't eating, wasn't drinking. It was the only thing that could be done for her. There was another process of trying to do a blood transfusion, but it's a whole story because I didn't know she had feline leukemia. When I got my two cats, this is what I'm saying about the Southern culture, it was up to my mother on things like vaccinations, things like flea medications, testing, and she had problems when she was a kitten, but we chalked it up to issues with her reproductive system. Okay, no, because she was getting like these tumors, and or I'm not sure what they were, but they were like growths until she had been spayed, which, by the way, I had to insist on that because culturally, oh, it's too expensive. Yeah, well, I want my cat spayed. Took a while, but insisting paid off. But, oh yeah, Lurian, you need to come over here and repair this. But anyways, short of the story, she got really, really sick. I didn't even know what feline leukemia was. The vet, we had gone to that vet for a long, long time. But the original veterinarian who had seen all of our animals for years, he was retiring. So they had gotten a new person to take over, basically. Didn't really know her. And she entirely misdiagnosed my cat. And basically, she did diagnose the anemia and say, oh, well, a blood transfusion would help. But it was right at the end of the week. They didn't have a donor cat because the veterinarian here where I live is really small. She didn't even suggest that her sister could be a donor cat. Didn't even ask if I had another cat to suggest as a donor cat. Oh no, it's doing this thing. Oh well. Oh well. Hey, she's gonna go use the water. But anyways, said just take her home over the weekend and then on Monday see if she's better. Even though she had done tests to demonstrate that my cat was severely anemic, really anemic, as in past the point of no return anemic. Okay, sweet. What do you want, girl or boy? There you go, you want a girl. Oh wait, before I take you to the river, oh, you're talking about cooking with your mom. Never mind. I'll see if you want a boy or girl in a bit. Anyways, back to my story on feline leukemia. It was literally the day after I had taken her to the vet. It was April 8th. Anyways, it was a Saturday, so the vet office was closed. we took her to an emergency animal hospital, which was way more expensive. They, for sure, price gouge, and awful people price gouging on animal welfare just to get extra money out of people who will do anything to save their animals. And that's when I first heard what feline leukemia was, because I didn't know what it was. I didn't even know it existed prior to that, but didn't take them long to determine it was feline leukemia. And while it was possible to try to do a blood transfusion to stabilize her because she was severely anemic, she was suffering a lot, and it wasn't even clear if that would have saved her or had just prolonged her suffering, because she was at that point of no return, basically. So I had to make that decision. Worst decision of my life. Even now it makes me, it's been a couple of years, but just, it was a lot. And it hurt a lot. So, short of the story, if you have a stray cat, if you've taken a stray cat, a stray kitten, even if they're not showing signs of being sick, get them tested for feline leukemia, because it is very common in the stray cat population. And a cat with feline leukemia can live a long time without showing any symptoms at all, until one day it just triggers. Yeah, so that was a really awful story to be telling. Why are you singed? Lurian, that's why you're singed. Who put those waffles away? Come and grab some waffles, and I'm putting them back out of the fridge. I don't even remember what got me on the subject of talking about Elizabeth. Oh yeah, I was talking about picking their names. Yeah, I pick ruler names for my cats. I had a Philip after. That was more of a Disney prince name, though. There are Prince Philips, King Philips in the past. And then I had, his brother was Louis. King Louis. Not after the orangutan from Jungle Book. Voice actor. Never mind. Those two, they were my first cats that weren't mine, really. They were, once again, stray kittens that someone needed to take in, and I said, oh, I'll take them in. But they both died, too. Also, really tragic stories. Louis, he would get these abscesses on his face. It's strange, because usually the abscesses come from trauma. Facial trauma, it would be, so like getting into a fight, but he didn't get into fights, so don't know about that. He had recovered from one, and then got another one really close after. He was an inside-outside cat, which, if you have a cat that you let outside, you gotta be aware that their lifespan is severely limited because of that. I'm not sure what exactly happened, just that I leave for my classes. And he was really... So the thing with Louis is when he would get sick, he would hide. And it would be hard to find him. But I knew he would... Lily, stop! I just put those out! No, you don't have refrigeration! Anyways, I knew he was hiding inside the house before I left for my finals. It was finals week. Because, of course, it was finals week of my freshman year of college. Then, when I come back from my final exam, nowhere to be found in the house. So, and then after that, nowhere to be found outside. So, even to this day, I don't know exactly what happened to him. Stop it! Stop putting those away! Probably gonna just have to accept they're gonna put stuff into the fridge as leftovers. Oh my god, Lurian, you're just tormenting... Lurian! You've cast 3 spells on him! You fire blasted him, bee stinger, hexed him, and then you wanted to ice blast him. Oh yeah, I forgot. It won't take away being singed if you... Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm gonna delete this because he did just take a bath in my bathtub. I don't want to send him to the river. So... Larian, you're irritating me. Yeah, anyways, he just disappeared. And I think he did the cat thing, which is wandering off to wait to die because he thought he was dying. He wasn't, though, because he was going to recover from it. I was keeping it clean, irrigated. Cats don't know that you can help them when they're really sick. His brother, though, because they were brothers, his brother Philip, he shouldn't have died. The neighbors we live next to, I don't know. It used to be, I think, their grandfather who lived there. He was a really nice, I didn't really know him, but he had been really nice. I think you guys need to start getting ready for sleepy times here. Oh, you're pillow fighting with Sbeat? Yeah, but I think he died, and now it's his grandchildren, because they're pretty young, but I'm pretty sure they grew up there. Children or grandchildren, I don't know. But they apparently do not like cats very much, because while I can't confirm it, I'm pretty sure they shot my cat. He had a wound that looked incredibly like a gunshot. That's all I'll say about that one, because that one's still... Feline leukemia was really traumatic. That one is even more so. So protect your cats, everyone. There are a lot of people out there who are... cat haters. Oh, I sent him to bathe too at the river, so you need to change your clothes. Yeah, the cat hatred, I don't get it. Because people like me, who don't like dogs, don't wish harm on dogs. I don't know, maybe there are some people out there who wish harm on dogs in the way I am. I don't know. I can't comprehend the people who are willing to physically harm an animal, even if they don't like the animal. I just spent an entire Sims day talking about cat deaths. Wait. What a day, right? Okay, everyone, time to get ready for bed because I spent an entire day telling stories about really, really sad things. Oh, there goes Solili and Lurian again. Okay, we've jumped to the morning. It's almost 7, and I went ahead and aged up the last person with a birthday in this year. And to my shock, because I didn't realize that when he was a baby, since he was a baby, Yamkuzu Halama, if that's how you say his very long name, Yamkuzu Halama, has white hair. He also, it's a little hard to see, but he also has his father's purple eyes. I can already tell he's going to look quite a bit like Gazualum in his face shape. He's got the jaw and the cheekbones of his father that were random. I don't know how much of him is going to look like a Ruru. Since he's aged up, and I went ahead and gave him new hair because he had ridiculous hair, we're going to go ahead and do his role right now, right away. So... I have to look at his name again. Yamkuzu Halama. So for Yamkuzu Halama to make it through his toddler age up, he has to avoid the numbers 4, 8, 12, and 16. Okay, let's go for it. 19. Okay, he's good. Okay, so Larian's over here tossing him in the air. Go and toss him in the air a couple times, so we'll go back home. Oh, lagging. Okay, I already reloaded. Well, I reloaded and I already had loaded all the mods while I was, Okay, he's putting you down. He's like, put me down, you stranger. I don't know you. I should probably have Lurian go around. Minimum, are you stuck? Elitum seems to have not been stuck, but Minimum has been standing here for a while. Let's go ahead and reset you. Okay, everyone. Let's see what you want to do. Oh, you're getting up. You want to talk to Inky, but Lurian wants to talk to you. So Lurian, come chat with your wife. And Sibby, what do you want to do? You want to hug your husband. You're still sleeping, but you're almost awake. So come over here. I gotta wait till you get up. Okay. We'll wait on you. You want to talk to your father, but you're going pate. You don't want to do anything. You want to pillow fight with your brother. Why are you wearing that dress? Are you pregnant? Because I didn't get a notification suggesting that she and Kuwari are having another baby. And I didn't make them because they've already used up their 2 baby trags. Maybe it's just... Oh no! Oh, well, you can't apologize for that. He's not feeling it. Okay, well, we'll start with something a little lighter then. I do notice that your relationship has taken a bit of a dip. How about a flirt? He's in a foul mood right now. Okay, Inky, then you're going to hug her because she wants to hug you. Just because you're out of sorts, you don't get to be out of sorts right now and refuse her hugging because she's pregnant. She's carrying your baby. So if she wants to hug you, you suck it up and you hug her. Oh, also, I never even mentioned this, but it was at the end of the last episode during the night when I was preparing for this part. Annette and Durrell actually were in a relationship again because they broke up again. I just don't get it. They're just super off and on. Why don't they just decide that, oh, yeah, look, now you're smooching. Now you're not too out of sorts. Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, Annette, maybe you should just not with him anymore. He's not worth it. You keep giving him chances, and then he ruins those chances. I love this. So, on Mod The Sims, now I don't know if it's still on there because I experimented with it a little bit and then took it out of my game. There's a third-person mod for The Sims 3 where you could play the game in third person. Oh, there's some birds. So you basically control your sim with the keyboard. Move them around. It's pretty cool. You do have to have a really smooth... Hey, it's Desertos. A very smooth running game. Yeah, I don't see any bugs, so... do another sweep on the way back. I would have to turn my graphics down, I think, to really make the third-person mod work smoothly. Because my textures have to load in, and that creates lag, and it's kind of a problem with the third person when you have, like, a big town. But anyways, it's pretty cool. Making your sim run along here, because you've got the camera, and you kind of see it from their perspective. Like, imagine... you're playing third person and you're walking your sim and it's just right along this trail with this big mountain in the background. It just looks cool. Now I kind of want to do it. Using that mod with certain kinds of challenges, I bet that would make it really interesting, like the Runaway Teen Challenge. Imagine that in third person where you're controlling your teenage sim trying to survive all alone in the world. Then you wouldn't have to worry about them using taxis and other things that they really shouldn't be using in their situation. And like, this is cool too. Seeing our little village. Yeah, but anyways, there's no insects. So it'd be cooler if everyone wasn't off somewhere else in the village. So we could see what our extended family is up to. Lurian, you want anything? Nope. What are you doing? Ice blast. Stop trying to ice blast my pipes. Bad, Lurian. You're a bad vampire. Silly, are you almost done losing to the cow? Did you lose to the cow? Oh no! Semiramis and Dungi fitted the relationship. Didn't she get pregnant? Did I just imagine that? You want to ask your grandmother to pillow fight? No. No, no. You're actually going to come in here? Hey! Who's trying to clean up dishes? You, stop it. We have a Lurian for that. Just come out here and just max out your bladder. Don't you do it, Inky. No. Bad Inky. You find your son and you talk to him. You're a red-headed child. I actually kind of like that he mutated and got red hair and blue eyes. Though I think I would have preferred green eyes because his skin is blue, so it's a little too much blue. So, like, if you were gonna mutate, you may as well just take, like, your mom's eyes. I am quite pleased that Gazualum looks more like his mother. Well, what his mother used to look like before somehow she randomized genetics. I don't know if I accidentally clicked that or not. I had to really verify. Oh, no, you have to go. Just go where you are. I didn't even realize that when I made you tend the garden. What are you up to? Lurian! No! Why does he always want to do the bad ones? Why doesn't he want to just cast good luck charms or whatever on his family? Are you done chatting? Oh, you're sharing a secret. I'd be careful. He's liable to start yelling at you randomly. Okay, when you're done with that, which it's going to cancel out because I did that, go play some chess, get a logic skill. You need to go do your business, and then you can come talk to Inky. Anyways, I'm glad Gazualum doesn't look like you, Inky, because you're a little too Lurian in the face. I think he might have Solili's nose. It's a little difficult to tell when you're going from female body mesh to male body mesh, or the other way around, because it's not exactly the same. Say you were to take Inky's nose and narrow it, make it a little... Solili, no! No! You're wasting my water! Lurian! Just because she wasted the water doesn't mean you could do that. You come collect some more water. Anyways, you narrow the male sim's nose, but then you decide, well, I don't want a male sim after all. I want a female sim. So you switch it over to female sim, and suddenly the nose is really, really narrow. That's because the mesh is just different. I don't like that, because if you have, if you make identical twins, but one's a male, one's a female, they're not going to look identical in the face because the way that the noses fit onto the face just aren't alike. But anyways, in the short, I don't really... Inky's just kind of bland. Like, his brothers, Anba, especially Imdiolum, and Zarlagab, with Sisurthos to a lesser degree, they've got such interesting faces, and I think it's because they're pulling a little bit more from Solili than from Lurian, who has a really basic face. Yes, Lurian, you're basic. Whereas Sabi, even now, even after the randomized genetics, she doesn't have a basic face. There's a little bit more variety there. And so, therefore, Gazualum doesn't have a basic face. Now, I don't know... Oh, his imaginary friend has scared him. I don't know how he's going to look when he becomes a young adult, because, like, when I aged up Sisurthos, he looked drastically different. Well, not drastically, but he did look different. Why are you crying while thinking up the tent? Poor Sabi. Hey, did you finish the tending of the plants? How is it that you're not grumpy? Lurian and Inky are both grumpy. A lot of Lurian's kids are grumpy. Like, sure, you're a grandchild, but, like, you're the redheaded one. I have some... It's not about red hair, but my younger sister is a redhead, and she is not a very nice person. Okay, go do your business. Oh, you had to put your clothes on first. Oh, look who's woohooing again. You two are like insatiable. Granted, these two pop the action that they're going to go do the woohoo, but it cancels for some reason for them. It's like nearly every time that they autonomously decide they want to go woohoo, it cancels on them. You know, I just realized just now, because I was going to say, I wonder where Siduri got her dark brown hair from, because it's not from our side, but I think it's from internet. That's actually surprised me a great deal. Usually when I do any sort of legacy style thing, it's more of a dynasty, so there's normally just one child per generation. Which I think that's how it works with legacies. I don't really play legacies because, as I said, I have a hard time letting go of my Sims. Though with dynasties, the founders and the founders' spouses, the spouses of the dynasty heirs and the founder end up dead, and I tend to get attached to those too. But anyways, this has surprised me quite a bit how much children inherit from their grandparents. Though I don't know who you got your eyes from. Oh, she got Lurian's eyes, because they're silver. Yeah, that's right. Silver, but for a second they look kind of like pale blue. Anyways, there's, she's blue, but there's really no reason that Shag, her cousin, should also be blue, except she inherited it from Lurian. But Lurian's children, not a single one of Lurian's children would have been blue had I not decided to give Inky his blue back, because it looked like he was going to be blue until he actually came into being, and then suddenly he wasn't blue anymore. And yeah, Lurian has quite a number of blue grandchildren. Shag, Siduri, I don't know about the babies because I don't remember them, but there was I can't remember her name and I'm trying to look at it, but it's being too laggy right now. Their first daughter, Inky's first daughter, I think it's Kamami? I could look at it right here, but yeah, we could look at it really quickly. Kamani. She was blue. I don't know about the babies. Oh, look, I didn't even give that one a makeover, I think, because she just died right away. Or Warasuni. Was Warasuni blue? I don't remember. Yeah, Shag. Oh, Amba, I just saw it. Your two youngest died. Okay, so it's just 3, but still, that's a lot. Look at all those grandchildren. Inky's really responsible for most of them, but that's because he's in the main household, so they woohoo a lot. Oh look, I saw some butterflies over there. Too bad I canceled that for you, Siduri. Anyone else want anything? Anything I can fulfill, because you can't eat at the bistro. You're using my bathtub? How dare you? You know what? I went out of my way to get you guys that seesaw, and I don't think either one of you has used it. Put your real clothes on, and then you and your brother are going to use that seesaw before it gets too dark for me to see you. Where is it? I have to go find it. Oh, I'm sorry, Gazualum. Good thing I do have the sensor box. Oh, wait, you could do it with seesaw with Ashikaru. No! Get over here and play seesaw with your sister. Okay, go play on that. Join. Go! It's now too dark to really see anything. I blame your stupid imaginary friend. Aw, how cute. Why are you talking about death? Lurian! Stop it! You're not turning him into a toad. What are you doing? Slowly, I think you can leave that to the children to play on that. I didn't know that the adults could use that. Okay, actually, I think you're probably going to be tired too. Not really, but how about you come take care of your business while you're out here? You. Yeah, you go to sleep. What are you doing? You also go to sleep. Marianne, did you take care of your issue? You did not. Yes. Put a bladder charm on yourself. Stop brooding. Sweet, I don't think you should be doing that, because what if you send yourself? Instead, you just go on to sleep. So you two, stop it. I should just get rid of your imaginary friend right now, even though it's a child. Stop it. You know what I'm gonna do to you, Lurian? Let's have some fun. Go here, eat one of your poisoned apples. Go on, eat it. Eat it! Will you need a true love's kiss? I want to see what happens. I've never had a sim eat one before. Oh, it does! It does send him into sleep. It's just... Wait, can Lily come over here and give him true love's kiss? No. How disappointing. Okay, why would you put that into the game and then not have the ability to kiss someone awake? Wait, why didn't you... This is 2 hours. You still have 2 hours to sleep. Well, that's a disappointment. I would say... Stalking poor Ishia, dude. Stop it. Go over here. Oh, it took all of his energy away. Put an energy charm on yourself. I would say that this is actually kind of... Ew, I don't want to know. It's kind of a letdown. Only slept for a little bit. And then no true love's kiss to wake you. Alright, we're just waiting for midnight. Wait, what are you doing? Clean stove. Oh, did it go bad? Yep, it went bad. Oh, you tripped, you poor clumsy vampire. See, I actually have issue with that being a personality trait, though I get it. But, as a clumsy person, that's not my personality. That's just because I have poor coordination. Alright, I think everyone aged today, right? Yep, everyone aged today. Which means the year is over. And Lurian is brooding at the end of it. Kind of an eventful year, lots of birthdays, but no one died. So that's the good thing. Well, technically you could say Dazuzum died, but he doesn't die yet, but he did roll poorly. So there's that. Out of that many birthdays, one person failed to roll, which is kind of insane. Anyways, next year there's only one birthday, but there will be a baby born. So there's that. The next couple of years look to be pretty calm, it seems. But we're getting close to that last year in this era. And I'm quite excited, but that last year already shaping up to be pretty eventful. Even more birthdays, it looks like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, not as many as it was this year, but for now, it looks to be there will be 7 birthdays that last year. So, looking forward to that. But that's it for this episode. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next year. Goodbye.